morning and welcome to our day 2 vlog here from Disneyland Paris, where you're still joining myself, Shawn Charlotte, and Charlotte. We're having a great time so far. We did our day 1 vlog here from Disneyland Park. Yesterday we was in Walt Disney Studios, where we went round, did some of our favourite attractions such as Crush's Coaster, Ratatouille, Tower of Terror, so make sure you check it out over from there. We also watched the incredible new shows what they've got over there, Mickey and the Magician. I love that so much. It was I was an emotional wreck with that. It was beautiful watching it. So make sure you check out that show at Walt Disney Studios in our vlog from yesterday. So today we're back here in Disneyland Park, starting off with a ride on the Disneyland Railroad. It's one of my favourite attractions at all the Disney parks. It's beautiful, but especially the carriages on the one here in Paris. Gorgeous. It's just open, 10 o'clock this opens. We've just done a few of the rides in Fantasyland this morning, but obviously I showed you those in the day 1 vlog. Today's more going to be about showing you the things what we didn't do the other day. So if you want to see on-ride footage and our thoughts from rides such as Phantom Manor, the refurbishments that have took place on Big Thunder Mountain, Star Tours, Pirates of the Caribbean, Hyperspace Mountain, check out our day 1 vlog because they won't be featuring today. It's all about doing the things what I didn't show you last time, such as Stars on Parade, which is new for the 25th anniversary. We're going to show you highlights from Disney Illuminations, the new show on the castle, and also we're going to watch a few of the other shows as well. Merry Stitchmas, we'll check that out. Bit of the street theatre, maybe go and meet a different couple of characters. Yeah, it's just going to be a nice day here at Disneyland Paris. You excited?
Yeah.
I must say, I'm loving the Stitch outfit today.
Stitch
The Stitch jumper. Is that Primark by any chance?
Yeah, I'm
And then those there, lots of people have been looking at Charlotte already this morning because these ears are from the Tokyo Disney Resort, all the way from Japan. I bought those for Charlotte when we were out on the mega trip. Me and Alex went out earlier this year. So here we go, I'll show you a few minutes of highlights from our ride on the Disneyland Railroad. Choo choo, and welcome to the vlog.
L'entrée de Disneyland Paris. Main Street Station.
What a wonderful way to start our day here in Disneyland Park. A grand circle tour, so to speak, on the Disneyland Railroad. Whenever I ride it, I've got to start at Main Street, do the full circle, then end back on Main Street. I don't get off at the other stations. I don't really get on there either. I have to get on at Main Street and do the full little tour round. So here we are on the Nautilus. Disneyland Paris is home to some really nice walkthroughs. Didn't realise I didn't bring Charlotte in here last time. Yeah, it's not a ride, it's literally a walker through attraction through the Nautilus submarine. Just thought we'd come back on here. It's nice to do these little walkthroughs and see it all. Disneyland Paris has got some really good walkthroughs, and we've not seen anything else quite like these at the other Disney parks around the world. Shanghai Disneyland's got a few little things though to walk around. Some really cool little effects in here as well that I really like. hidden gems here at Disneyland Paris is the dragon underneath the castle. One of my favourite things ever at a Disney park this is. It's the only Disney castle in the world to have a dragon underneath. Look at this in here, it's so atmospheric. Ooh, it's so spooky. And just round here on the left hand side, we've got the dragon. Built into the side of the castle, into the beautiful hillside with those square trees on. And there he is, sleeping. Just try and wake him up. Oh. All the smoke coming out of him, look. Whoa. Good morning, dragon. Wow. Such a high quality animatronic as well. It looks amazing. I love it. It's so simple, so effective. There's a dragon in a cave with all the smoke, all the lighting, all the rock work. It's one of my favourite things in a Disney park. It just goes to show it doesn't need to be a ride. Just a little walkthrough like this can really mean so much and add so much to the park. There he is, back to sleep. So just watched the fantastic Christmas parade here at Disneyland Paris. And if you want to see some highlights from that, then check out our Day 1 vlog. It's now time for Charlotte's #1 show. What are we waiting for?
Merry Stitchmas.
Merry Stitchmas. And you've even got him up there on your head. And obviously we saw earlier on the Disneyland Railroad. He's on your hoodie as well. Are you excited?
Yeah!
You decided to come and stand up at the top just here. Basically it takes place on the castle stage just here. You've got all the different characters that come out on there. Lots of different set pieces and things what they bring out. And then also you've got all the fountains in the background what are used during Disney Illuminations. They're featured on this side during the show as well. So obviously, yeah, you could stand down the front there, but I think for filming perspective, you get a lot better view from up here and just generally looking down on the whole stage, really. So I'll show you a few minutes of highlights of Merry Stitchmas here at Disneyland Paris. What a beautiful sunny day it is today. It's actually the warmest day of the trip today as well. About 14 degrees. Christmas is here.
Wonderful time of the day. Hello, everyone! With the kids jingle belling and everyone shouting to be a good cheer.
Oh, hey, quelle bonne idée! Allez, tous au travail!
Oh, what a fantastic idea! Come on, everybody. Let's see what we got.
Allez, les amis, mettons un peu d'ordre dans tous ces jouets.
Gosh, I wonder which one is my favorite. This one, or maybe this one.
Oh, Mom! This one is adorable! It is adorable! And look at this one! I wonder who it's for. Oh, no!
Uh-oh, that's strange.
Here, Stitch's sled! Do you like it?
There's no place around the beam. Get on the surfboard out at sea. Dream to rebuild the ocean blue. And if I had my wish,
Stitch's Hawaiian sled!
He's got a point there, Dan.
Nous avons besoin du traîneau du Père Noël!
He's right. We need Santa's sleigh.
Santa? Habillé de rouge!
All dressed in red.
A big old bushy white beard.
Smells like gingerbread.
Oh, Santa! Stitch loves Santa! Why didn't you say so?
We did!
won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. I just gotta get away. I'm feeling a mistletoe. I just want you for my own. More than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
So you've just seen there some highlights from Merry Stitchmas on the castle stage, and I enjoyed that. I thought it was a really nice show, but obviously Charlotte's the one to make the final approval of that one.
I really liked
With it
that.
being the Stitch show. When it was first announced on the lineup,
I know.
Charlotte was like,
So
"Whee!
excited."
We got a Stitch show." But yeah, I think it's nice. You've got a lot of characters in there.
there's quite a few
Mickey and Minnie
characters.
look really good in it as well. Obviously, we've got Goofy in there. Dingo, as they call him over here. Dingo, that's our little ongoing joke of the trip, that is.
Dingo!
But yeah, it's a nice show. It was a little bit breezy. I don't know if you heard in the footage. So there was a few little issues. Minnie was nearly on the floor at that point.
thought
Millie?
Minnie was going to fall on the floor.
It looked like it. Yeah,
no.
stop naming Disney characters after your dog. Come on.
know.
She's got a dog called Millie. Right, we're going to do a few more rides. Going on, it's a small world. Again, it's one we did yesterday. Going to show you some footage now of some of the different rides here at Disneyland Park. And then later on, we'll do a few other rides what we didn't do the other day. Like Buzz Lightyear, we've not been on that in the vlog. We haven't done Autopia. We need to do that in the vlog and just generally I'll do a few more rides in the park before watching Stars on Parade and sharing our thoughts on that. And then Disney Illuminations. See you a little bit later on. Tick tock. Tick tock. Here we are then in Alice's Curious Labyrinth. Hedge maze here in Disneyland Park. This is really nice around here. It looks like it's been painted up. It looks lovely. All the hedges nicely trimmed. We like them trimmed hedges, don't we?
Trim your hedge.
Yes, make sure you... All painted up. Look at that. Really nice and fresh. Lovely. There's lots of little interactives around here as well. And obviously we get to go up the little castle near the end as well. Awesome does this look now? It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Which way do I go?
Just come round for me.
Around this way, through the hedge. Ooh. This looks great. It was a lot more pink than it is now.
Would you like to come in?
Yeah, I'd love to. Let's go up to the top. Some of the best views in Fantasyland. Looks great. I'm not too sure when they did this. I didn't even see any photos of it. It looks great. It looks really fresh. Let's go up. Have a little look. There we go, some fantastic views. Obviously it's a small world over there. Discoveryland in the distance with Space Mountain just coming out. You can see Main Street USA, the top of the Christmas tree down there with the Disneyland Hotel just behind it. Of course the castle here. Looking over into Walt Disney Studios, you can actually see Tower of Terror just over there as well. Or as it is for now anyway, Tower of Terror. God, that is going to look a bit ugly from up here, isn't it, if it does turn into Guardians of the Galaxy. Frontierland, Big Thunder Mountain over there. You just see the top of Pirates of the Caribbean here on the right. If you look right in the distance, you can just see the temple for Indiana Jones. After a wonderful walk through Alice's Curious Labyrinth, we're now on Snow White. There she is. Seven Dwarfs. In my opinion, it's one of Disney's creepiest dark rides, this one. It actually gets a bit scary for the kids. That's why Charlotte's got her eyes closed. That's a bit spooky now. Ooh, through the trapdoor. Told you it's spooky for a kid ride. Quite a spooky storyline though when you think about it. The trees have eyes. A couple more rides here this afternoon at Disneyland Paris. We're now in the Market House Deli. Ooh, for a Shawn's food review, but this time it's not hot food I'm reviewing. I'm going to review one of these nice chocolate muffins just here. And I got some Lay's. These are basically the Walker's Crisps, what you get over abroad. Here we go, got a little chocolate muffin, have a little bite off the top. Looks nice, that does. You know what? Quite nice that is, quite firm around the top. Got a nice filling there in there by the looks of it. I'm going to give it a good 8 out of 10 there for the Market House Deli. I do like the theming inside here. You got some milk over there for Alex in that little tub. So many little details. I love the shops and the restaurants here at Disneyland Paris. Like I say, I think they're the most detailed out of any of the Disney parks in my opinion. Anyway, coming up shortly, we're going to be watching Disney Stars on Parade here on Main Street USA, where me and Charlotte will share our reviews and, of course, some highlights of the parade. How is it, Charlotte?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Oh, it's a good review. Oh, you're dropping it. Oh. I do like these cups as well. They've got the 25th on. There we are. Disneyland Paris 25th. Tomorrow we go home. No, I'm sad. I don't want to leave Disneyland. We've had an amazing time, haven't we? It's been really good. And make sure you check out our different vlogs. Our day one vlog here from Disneyland Park. Our vlog from Walt Disney Studios. And of course, our travel vlog when we got here as well. We'll see you at the parade. So just before we make our way back down to Main Street USA, ready for Stars on Parade, just thought we'd come and have a look at some of the 25th decorations around here on Central Plaza. This is lovely. I like all the planting all around here, all the silver and blue. Then of course you've got Mickey and Minnie just there in the middle. I love the colour scheme for the anniversary. Obviously with the 20th, it was all gold and blue, and this time we've got a bit of a darker blue, more purple actually. And then of course the silver. It looks lovely, really nice and detailed. And then another one of my favourites just over here, Tinkerbell. You got other characters about, you got Goofy over there as well, and I think Donald Duck's on the one over there. Just thought I'd show you that one and Tinkerbell. How nice is that with the wings lighting up? Love it. I'm so glad we've got to see the 25th anniversary. It's been so special seeing it all, and I think the decorations for the 25th actually really complement the Christmas decorations as well. I mean, obviously they've thought about that this year and had all the baubles on, all the garland and the tree, for example. You know, they're all silver and blue. Looks fantastic as we make our way down towards Main Street USA, ready for Stars on Parade. Now, I've been saving it for the last part of this vlog, mainly because I've been so excited for it, and it's amazing. Basically, this parade has completely exceeded expectations on what me and Charlotte were looking for with it. It's a brilliant parade. Are you excited to see it again? We've watched it. Is this our 4th time watching it now? Our 4th time, and I've saved it for this time for the viewers because we love this parade so much, don't we? But we'll get into a bit more detail once I've shown you some highlights over the next few minutes of Disney Stars on Parade here on Main Street USA. Here we go then, it's parade time, and we'll see you afterwards. Well, we'll share our thoughts. Honestly though, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. We'll see you after the parade.
Happy Christmas, Dave.
Surprise!
starting to get dark now here in Disneyland Park, and we've just watched the absolutely awesome Disney Stars on parade. I absolutely love that. We nearly got washed out, but we're all right. How was it, Charlotte? What do you think to that awesome Disney parade?
Do you know what I like?
Go on.
I like how they all stand in a line at the front.
Yeah, so just before the opening float, which is Mickey and Minnie at the top of the
They all
float.
stand in the front. There's all snow.
You got like Aladdin, Genie.
And they're there like, I love it.
What are they doing again for the viewers?
It just really builds the atmosphere, which is, I really like.
Talking of atmosphere, the soundtrack. How awesome is the soundtrack? Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, that's the fourth time we've watched it now, and we love it every time.
I adore it.
Yeah, we get there really early. I mean, with Magic on Parade, ever since it started, I was not really a big fan, but with Stars on Parade, I think it's absolutely fantastic. One of the best Disney parades I've ever seen. It was brilliant. Have you got a favourite float in the parade? Putting it on the spot now. On the spot.
I'm gonna go for the dragon.
The dragon, yeah, the fire-breathing dragon is awesome. Obviously very similar to that of Festival of Fantasy Parade. There's a few similar aspects, you know, with the other floats as well, but mainly with that one. Festival of Fantasy Parade, obviously at Magic Kingdom in Florida, started a couple of years ago, and they had the fire-breathing dragon in there. And yeah, it's coming to Disneyland Paris, and it's actually got a little bit more detail on it than it has over in Florida. What other floats do you like on it?
I like the Crush Nemo one.
Yeah, the Crush at the top.
That one is massive.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Crush is great.
They're all good floats.
Yeah, I think Peter Pan for me is a really good one because of the moving boat. Peter Pan on there and Hook on the front. I just think it looks stunning. It's visually pleasing, and also the parade is absolutely huge. Like, it's nearly touching, because we're here at Christmas, obviously, it's so close to the garland across Main Street. It is crazy how close it gets, but I don't really need to talk for hours and hours about the parade. You've just seen a few highlights, and I will put a full video up of Stars on Parade in the coming weeks here on our YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that. But my thoughts on it, one of the best, if not the best, Disney parade out there at the moment. These Disney parades over the past 5 or so years have just kept getting better and better and better, and I've seen so many this year, all the different Disney parks across the world, and I've loved certain aspects of all of them. But yeah, that's absolutely stunning. What a welcome addition to Disneyland Paris. Definitely the best parade they've ever had here, to complement some of the best entertainment Disneyland Paris have ever had. I really feel like the park, this trip, is on the up, and if you watch our 3 vlogs from the park, you'll see how in that we're so happy with what Paris have done. I mean, I've been coming here for years, and it's nice to finally see that Disneyland Paris is just on the up again. Everything looks fantastic, everything feels fantastic, and for me, when I came as a kid, you know, it was so magical. Started to, in my opinion, a few years ago, they were making some interesting decisions. I don't think the park looked that good, and also in terms of entertainment, there wasn't that much. But now things are really on the up for Disneyland Paris. I look forward to returning at least 2 or 3 times next year, and I'd like to come and do Halloween actually next year as well. I don't know if that's something Charlotte would like to do.
Yes!
Yeah, we'll definitely be back for Christmas next year, 100%. Back into Discoveryland then now, where it looks absolutely gorgeous at night. Going to do a couple of rides that we haven't done yet. Have a ride in Autopia, probably Buzz. But first we're going to go on Hyperspace Mountain. It's starting to rain here in Disneyland Paris, so we'll see you a little later on.
Veuillez indiquer le commissaire qui fiche si vous voulez voyager à 1, 2, 3 personnes dans la voiture. Un numéro de départ. Lorsque vous franchissez le tourniquet, veuillez...
Right, next up then we're going on Autopia here in Discoveryland. This area looks absolutely gorgeous in the dark, especially Hyperspace Mountain. Look at that. Looks amazing. I like just that, all the lighting everywhere, so many different colours. And Autopia, I've not been on this in the dark for a long time. But where are we going tonight, Charlotte? Oh,
Lidl!
we're Lidl. Last time we went to Aldi.
We went to Aldi last time.
This time we're going to Lidl, get some Christmas goods because it's the festive season.
Yeah.
It looks lovely, doesn't it, at night round here? Charlotte's never done it in the dark before. I hope there's some street lights.
I was an illegal driver.
This time we're going to go in together. I'm going in with Charlotte. Charlotte's on the steering wheel, so we'll see you when we get inside our car in Autopia.
Number and wait for your car. Thank you.
Appuyez avec votre pied sur la pédale. Et pour vous arrêter, levez le pied. Pour votre sécurité.
Attention Autopia drivers. Please remain on the sidewalk until your car arrives. Once in the car, please remain seated at all times and always keep your seatbelt fastened.
Off we go on Autopia. Oh no, we got a blockage. Come on, we want to get to Lidl. What shopping we're going to get from Lidl?
We need to get some crisps, some potatoes.
Some potatoes. We've got a simple steering wheel and there's a pedal underneath there as well. The acceleration, no brakes on Autopia. Woo! You actually get quite fast on these when you get going. I love all this lighting all the way around Discovery Land though. Off we go, into the woods. It's going to be quite dark around here. Like I say, it's been years since I went on this at night. One of my favourites to do in the dark actually. We've only waited about 20 minutes, so not too bad.
Might need to fill up on the way.
Need to fill up? Where are you going to stop?
I'm going to stop at petrol station.
Which one?
Esso.
Esso, okay. Other brands are available. Now, last time we were here in May 2015, Charlotte was illegal. What were you?
Illegal!
Because she went through, basically we were in a car each. I don't know why I've come into a car with her, to be honest, again, because she was illegal. Basically, oh, nice lit bridge. She went down through a red traffic light towards the end of the ride. What have you got to say for yourself for that?
I'm sorry.
You should be. The authorities will come and get you one day. You've been illegal. Woo. It's nice around this section, isn't it? Lovely.
My headlights are broke.
Oh no, no headlights. Going to get pulled over by the police. French police will be coming for you. Oh, great views there. It's a Disneyland Paris classic, isn't it? Well, it's a Disney classic. I do enjoy Autopia. Oh, my God. What have we got there? Big strawberry. Hashtag big strawberry. Woo. Lighting is minimal around this back section. So yeah, let's see when we get to the end of the ride if she's actually going to stop at the red light if she's required to. Last time she went through it and the cast member told her off. Ah.
I didn't know.
Illegal. Oh, we've got a bit of a blockage going on there. Uh-oh. Woo. We're going on Buzz Lightyear next. If we come off this alive with Charlotte's driving. Whoa! Oh my God! There you are. See that red light down there? Means stop. Alright. There we are. Autopia here at Disneyland Paris. Oh, mind the car in front. That's it. Good parking. Good parking. After Charlotte took me for a drive then on Autopia, we're going on Buzz Lightyear. I do love this animatronic here in the queue line for Buzz. Thanks Charlotte for not being illegal this time. She stopped at the red light like she was supposed to.
No doubt it's the work of that nefarious crew, sworn enemy of the Galactic Alliance.
Oh, the Galactic Alliance. Let's go. The little tip for this ride, always aim for the targets that are a bit further back. You put the ones close to the front to try and distract you. Go for the ones that are behind obstacles. You're not? No, but you'll probably win because I'm going to be filming, so you'll win this time.
Good.
But normally I get, what did I get the other day? Like 300,000 and Charlotte got what? Like 20,000? She's not very good.
I'm alternate Ian.
Look at that concentration. Obviously the good thing about this as well, you got the little spin just here, where you can spin the vehicle. Like that one there, go for that purple one because it's at the back. Never go for the ones at the front, go for the ones a bit further back. Look, there you go. Shawn's tips for you. Here comes Zig. Whoa, where are we going? into the spinning tunnel. Look out for the hidden targets in here. A little tip for you, there's one there on the roof. Everybody always misses that one.
Never mess around with Star Command, Zerg.
Soyez directeur de l'espace. Escadron vert. Détruisez l'arme secrète de Zerg.
There we go, going on here, 41,400, 144,600. Yeah!
Good shooting, Space Rangers. Reach one. Destroy certain secret weapon. Never mess around with Star Command, sir.
There we go, that's Buzz Lightyear. I do enjoy it. I do think its days might be numbered though. I mean, the version at Hong Kong Disneyland is now closed. We were there just before it shut when we went on our Asia trip.
We will return, sir.
So it'll be interesting to see what the future is for this attraction. Alice Brown and Buzz.
Come in.
Oh, better luck next time. I do like how it's interactive though with the spinner. So after doing a few rides over in Discoveryland, we've made our way now back to Central Plaza to end the vlog with Disney Illuminations, the nighttime spectacular that takes place here on Sleeping Beauty Castle. Quite a few people gathered out here tonight, but I've noticed throughout the trip actually, it's been a lot easier to get a spot for Disney Illuminations, whether that's because it's been running since earlier in the year when the 25th anniversary celebration started, or maybe because it's midweek at the end of November. But yeah, the park's not been too busy at all really, and yeah, with Disney Illuminations we'll be able to get here just a few minutes really before the show starts. Anyway, with Illuminations, basically there was a massive upgrade to all the technology around the castle for the 20th anniversary back in 2012, where they put in water screens, fire effects, completely put all new projections on the castle, and of course the spectacular water fountains. Most of those effects are used, apart from the water screens I believe. Everything else is used in this new show. It's a little bit shorter than Disney Dreams, but I absolutely loved it. The story of the star at the top of the castle, I thought it was a gorgeous storyline. From what we've seen with Disney Illuminations this trip, it's not really got as much of a storyline. It's more a celebration of lots of Disney movies, such as you've also got Pirates of the Caribbean and also a Star Wars section inside the show. And me personally, I don't think they fit in with it that well, but I'll talk more about that after we show you some highlights. So here we go, we'll show a few minutes of footage now of Disney Illuminations here at Disneyland Paris. Enjoy the show.
Et maintenant, and now, Disney Illuminations.
Okay, you've just seen a few minutes of highlights from Disney Illuminations for the 25th anniversary here at Disneyland Paris. Well, my thoughts on that show. Of course, Disney Nighttime Spectaculars are always fantastic to watch, and Disney Illuminations is no exception. It's an enjoyable show, it's full of an impressive amount of effects, some really nice pyrotechnics in there. Of course, you've got the fire and the lasers, and that are brilliant as well. But let's just talk about the actual storyline behind it. So Disney Dreams had an amazing storyline about Peter Pan and Wendy. You know, and one of them spoke English, one of them spoke French, which I thought was really good. And they were in Disneyland Paris, we're in France, but 90% of that show was in French, which is not a problem. We're in Disneyland Paris, but for me to enjoy it fully, obviously I couldn't enjoy it as much because I didn't understand it, a lot of it, you know, which I think you'd agree with you,
yeah.
wouldn't you
Like,
really?
Dreams had a good mixture of English and French, but it was just nearly all, even the Frozen section was in French.
Pretty much everything was in French, but that isn't my main issue with it.
No, it's not my main
you know,
issue.
I can enjoy a show normally. Like that. Obviously, when I was out in Asia, not everything was in English. I'd say though that the nighttime shows in Asia actually had a bit more English in it than even that, but that isn't what it's to do with really. It's more about the actual setup of it. So that show is about 3 or 4 minutes shorter than Disney Dreams, and let's just say it's got a really nice introduction. I love the music at the start, and I must say the finale as well is really impressive with all the Catherine wheels. But the actual layout of the show, I'm not a big fan of at all. Normally I'd be here like I'm with Stars on Parade, which I love. I'd be here on Central Plaza like an hour, maybe even an hour and a half before the show, getting that prime spot for it. With this, I just don't feel that emotional connection to it. Yeah, I think Pirates of the Caribbean, it's a very impressive section, don't get me wrong, with all the fire and the projections. And same with Star Wars. Yes, again, it's an impressive part of the show, especially with all the lasers which come from all around the sides here as well, above Adventureland and also on that side as well, towards the back of Fantasyland. Brilliant lighting and brilliant pyro for that. However, does it work on such a magical structure such as Sleeping Beauty Castle? Me personally, I don't think so. I think that Pirates of the Caribbean and Star Wars should be in a projection show over in Walt Disney Studios. Me personally. It's a bit of a controversial decision. I know a lot of people out there who really enjoy Illuminations, and obviously, you know, that's great. You know, I'm glad that you enjoy it. It's just, it's not my show, this one. It's one of my least favourite Disney Nighttime Spectaculars I've seen. I just don't think it follows the storyline, and it's got a really bad transition as well. I love the Beauty and the Beast section. I think Charlotte likes that section. Yeah, is that, I was going to ask you your favourite scene.
So. Dreams, my favourite section was the Tangled scene, Rapunzel scene, but that's my favourite section.
There's a lack of Tangled in this, isn't there, as well? Like, no Tangled. But yeah, it's a nice section, Beauty and the Beast. It's interesting how it's actually based off the new remake of it, and not the original. Anything else what you enjoyed scene-wise in there?
I think that was my favourite one.
Yeah, and then the transition after that, I must say, whoever thought of that transition, it goes from Beauty and the Beast, and then you go to a really nice scene on the castle with balloons rising up from the bottom. I think that's lovely, and then it goes straight into Star Wars from that, and I just think it's a really bad transition. Yeah, it's just not the show for me, that one. I'd come here to the park, I'd rather get a few night rides, to be honest, and that's what we have done, you know, a couple of the nights, not got here too early. Like I said before, with this, there's not many people seem to be lingering about for it. I remember at Christmas, even with Disney Dreams, you'd have people sitting here waiting, so I don't know, but yeah, that's my thoughts on Disney Illuminations anyway. A good show, don't get me wrong, you're never going to have a bad nighttime spectacular at Disney, because you've got to think they put so much effort into these, so much time, and the projection quality is brilliant. There's some scenes in there that I really enjoyed, but in general, I think it's a bit of a step back from Disney Dreams. I do hope that we might see Disney Dreams come back after the anniversary. Who knows what will happen, but no matter what, I'll always enjoy looking at that castle and seeing the fireworks from coming behind it, because it is beautiful. It's not a bad show at all. I just think Disney have done better, especially here at Disneyland Paris. Anyway, we're going to make our way now down to Town Square, have a final look at the decorations down there before wrapping up our final vlog of the trip. From Disneyland Paris. We've had a great time though, haven't we? It's been really good. We'll share our highlights of the trip when we get back down on Town Square. What a trip! So there we go, we've come to the end of our visit to Disneyland Paris. It was May 2015 when we were last here, and so much has changed since then. This place has just become like a new home to me. I've walked in again this time and got captured in the magic again, like when I first visited this park. I mean, I was a young kid when I first came with my parents, and it was an amazing experience. And then I came a lot. I visited a lot of times, and I think sometimes when you go somewhere a lot, it starts to become the normal, so to speak. And maybe that's what kind of happened to me with Disneyland Paris. And there was also a lot of things what changed since I was a kid over the past few years. I mean, there's not been as much entertainment in the parks, for example. Not as much to see in terms of that. However, this trip, all of that has just come back. And seeing it at Christmas for the first time in what, nearly 4 years, has been incredible. I've just fallen in love with Disneyland Paris again, and it really is an up-and-coming Disney resort. It's going to be even better in a few years' time. Now Walt Disney Company have got full ownership on it. Things are going to become even better over the next few years, and you already look at the improvements that have been made this time. The park looks amazing. All the paintwork that's been done around, all the attraction refurbishments, Star Tours looks brilliant. I love that. Big Thunder Mountain, they've done a really good job with that. The facade and It's a Small World, everything else they've done, the new trains on Hyperspace Mountain. As much as I'm not a fan of the overlay, it was still better than what I was expecting, and I share all my thoughts on all these different refurbishments in yesterday's vlog. And then of course we talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, the upgrades that have been made to that. It looks incredible. The atmosphere now when you're going up the lift hill, you've got that music playing. Yeah, it's very eerie feel. It used to be a very happy scene that. It's a lot more eerie now. And you've also got some fantastic animatronics in there of Jack Sparrow. It looks brilliant, and I think Disneyland Paris has done a great job. In terms of the Christmas event, the amount of shows is absolutely amazing. You've got all the shows in Walt Disney Studios. Again, check out the vlog from yesterday for those highlights. And also the shows from inside here. Mickey's Christmas Big Band, that's awesome. Merry Stitchmas, I really enjoyed that on the castle stage. There is so much to see in the park. The Christmas parade, again, that was great. Some new floats since I last saw it. And then we're going to finally talk about the 25th anniversary things. Stars on Parade, absolutely outstanding. One of my favourite Disney parades, if not my favourite Disney parade I've ever seen. I thought it was stunning. The floats, the soundtrack, the overall production, it's brilliant. And it's so nice to have each float having its own soundtrack again down here on Main Street USA, because it's been a long time since that. And then of course what we've ended it with tonight, Disney Illuminations. Still a beautiful show to watch. However, I do hope that we see the return of Disney Dreams, or maybe even an updated version of Disney Dreams in the future. Anyway, that's enough from me. Of course, I've not been here on my own for this trip. I've been here with Charlotte. First time at Christmas and second ever visit to Disneyland Paris. How's it been?
It's been fantastic.
What have been your highlights from the trip?
My highlight has been me and Shawn constantly having the jokes of dingo!
Dingo!
Literally everything is dingo!
We still don't understand that, do we?
I know, we still don't understand it. Seeing the park at Christmas is absolutely amazing, and just getting back and seeing everything in general, all the refurbishments and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks stunning. Like, have you noticed the difference since you last came in terms of the park?
Yeah,
and that's in 2 and a bit years, 2.5 years. And over the past 10 years, 10 years ago, this park, I had a lot of visits, and I just thought, oh God, I don't like some of the decisions, and looks a bit tired in places. Everything looks so fresh and so new. And next time we're here, well, I'd say that Phantom Manor will probably be closed next time we're here, because that's shutting next year for its refurbishment. But I look forward to seeing what they do to that, and there's a lot of rumoured changes coming for that going forward. But yeah, I love the dingo things, the little things like that you take with you, and obviously for me, spending the time with Charlotte here at Christmas, like Disney's romantic as it is, it's a really nice park for that, but at Christmas it's just even more special, and just being here on Town Square and taking in the atmosphere. We've had a lot of chilling out this trip as well. You've not seen that on the camera, but we've sat down in a lot of different locations, and earlier on today when we were waiting for the train, we just sat on the bench for like 20 minutes and just taking in the atmosphere. As a couple, this place is so nice to come and just take it all in. A lot of people say, oh, you need kids to go to Disneyland. You really don't. And as much as I look forward to one day having kids and bringing them here, I appreciate this for what it is for me now. And there's so much here in terms of thrills. The amount of thrills throughout the parks as well. A lot of people don't realise there's not really a lot of kids rides. It's family attractions and also some thrill rides mixed in as well. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough with this wrap up. I'm really pleased to see Disneyland Paris like it is now, and I look forward to returning at some point next year. Let's just say it ain't going to be 2.5 years before I'm back. There'll definitely be a couple of visits next year because I really want to do Halloween, so I'll put it in there exclusive for you now. I will definitely be here at Halloween next year. It's the first time I've done Halloween in probably, I don't know, 10 years here, so look forward to that on the channel coming up in 2018, and definitely Christmas. I think that'll have to become an annual thing for me now because it's been stunning. Thank you for an amazing trip, Charlotte. It has been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. So thank you very much for joining us here from the magical Disneyland Paris. That's an all for Christmas, so stay tuned on our channel as we move into December for many more Christmas videos from lots of different local attractions to us back in the UK. Thank you very much for watching, and from Disneyland Paris, that means it's time to cue those credits. Sorry. Bye, guys.